Ho, ho, ho! How is everybody today? Today I just wanted to cover some questions. When I'm sitting at Macy's and working for Hallmark and Nordstrom and running around to the malls and people's houses and went all over the place this year. And the number one question was, how do you deliver the toys in one night? So, for those of you who don't know how, I'm going to explain a little bit to you. This is some of the tricks of the trade that before I never really want to share with anybody, but here they are. First, a lot of houses don't want me there or don't believe in me. If you don't believe in me, I'm not coming to your house. A lot of countries don't want me. Like North Korea, can avoid it. That's fine. One less country to go to. Then there's other thing is, there's 4 different dates. Different countries celebrate different dates. The United States, Canada, most of the countries celebrate Christmas Day as December 25th. But some countries like Poland want me to come on December 31st so they can celebrate the new year with new toys. Then one is December 25th. Next is January 1st. Then in Russia and Ukraine and a lot of the Eastern Bloc countries, they celebrate on January 7th. And then Somalia and a couple other countries in Africa celebrate on February 15th, actually. And that means I have 4 days to go. Also, when you sleep, that usually gives me about 8 hours in your time zone. But there's 24 time zones. So when it's daytime in your country, another country, it's nighttime, and the kids are sleeping, and I'm delivering toys to their house. So when you take the 8 and you add the 24, I have, 32 hours, okay? So I have 32 hours and 4 days. So it gives me a lot more time than what you would think. And then if that doesn't work out, I got a little magic I can end up using to make sure it makes it through in time. Number one reason why I want to make sure you're asleep is if you're awake, we'll probably want to talk. I like to talk. And if we talk, I'm not going to get to everybody's house. So I would probably say the number one trick is you have to be asleep. Number 2 question is, Santa Claus, why are your boots so big? I'll show you. Here's my boots. You see those all right? Those are some pretty big boots. Those boots are big for one reason. Those boots are big for one reason. Here at the North Pole, there's a lot of ice. If you have small feet, it's a lot easier to slip around. If you have big feet, it's pretty stable. That's why I have big boots. So it gives me more stable when I walk around, so I don't slip and fall. It's just something you pick up here at the North Pole. There's a lot of things here at the North Pole that are different. Like, most of the time, the sun is up. I've been watching TV at night, go to turn off the lights, realize I didn't even turn on the lights. I had the window curtains open, and the whole light was coming into the house. That's just one of the tricks here at the North Pole. It's just always bright, most of the time. That's some of the questions I have. If you write me a letter, I'll answer your other questions, because I really love letters, almost as much as cookies, which is probably another question that comes up an awful lot, is what's my favorite cookie? But that's usually asked by the American or Canadian kids, because the rest of the world, they drop off other things. They put out Mexico, it's usually cerveza, which is beer, and tamales. And in Europe, it's usually port or wine, a lot of alcohol out there, Christmas Eve. So cookies and milk kind of weighs down the alcohol. That's one of the good things with the cookies and milk. But as far as the best cookie, if you put a cookie out and you put it out with love and you really showing me that you appreciate what I do, that's the cookie I like. The cookie that says, I love you, Santa Claus. Thanks for the toys. And then I go back and I tell the elves, because they always ask, what was the best cookies? Tell us about the cookies. And I always tell them, I pull their leg and joke with them, and I tell them, oh, those Keebler Elves, they made some great Keebler cookies. Because they know, really, I like the chocolate chip cookies that my wife makes. But I like to tease the elves about the Keebler cookies. Because the Keebler cookie elves, they work hard on making cookies. They deserve some credit too, even if they don't make toys. Well, I got to go. I hope that you subscribe and hope you write me a letter. If you write me a letter, if I do read it or you're looking for it online, make sure you use your zip code. Because on your zip code, if you search under zip code, that's where I'm going to end up reading your letter, and I'll put that as a little tag so it's easier to find your letter, because I get a lot of letters to post. Well, got to go. You have a great day. Bye.